United Nations. You gave us law of self-determination. We followed your principles in freedom fighting. But why does the life of a black man doesn't matter to you all? Biafrans are being massacred in large quantities. Instead of getting help from you people, you got us shooting.
This is the story of Biafrans who died on the road of freedom. This is the story of the motherless searching for a lovely home.
They were shot by the military. No one knew what it all began.
A painful history, living a life of misery.
United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let Biafrans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall?
We are known for being blunt about the truth. Federal and world bodies can't even deny this obvious proof that these kids were starved to death. None of them were left. Together we stand against this ruthlessness.
You made us believe in you, you gave us your word, and now they are killing us and spilling our blood.
Pain and misery, we've had enough, we've had enough. UN and the USA, stand up for us, we've had enough.
We have been mourning our own in all the zones. Since the crashes of those great nations, we still haven't grown. We cannot second the thoughts, yes. We need to go back to our home, yeah, our home.
What have we done to this abusive human treatment? What is a crime? The desolate in our environment. Biafrans are suffering every day. What more can we say if that's the price that we must pay? We must pay.
And I'm so disappointed in USA, UN and the government. That's why I
United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Biafrans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall? Did you let the children fall?
They are killing us every day. Only God will save our lives. And you and to allow Biafra to go. Blood the blood of earth crying in the wilderness. I had to shed blood of Biafra children crying loud.
Peaceful people, you see and watch them killing people. I got no much to say, but one thing I must say is stop the fight for world stats.
Give me my life back. I'm locked up in bitterness.
My eyes are red and swollen, but no one can see the tears in my eyes. My people keep on falling. Maybe someday they will come back to life.
United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Biafrans fall? United Nations, why did you let the children fall? 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 Did you let
Yes, one in fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. Once again, this is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Okafo Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And of course, he's standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandi Ukukano, the Prince of Afari Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. By the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. We must appreciate the Almighty Creator before we move ahead into our topic this evening. We must not forget the essence of Radio Biafra. This is the roadmap we have that will lead all of us back home. We are people in need of freedom, and one of the greatest weapons of our undoing has been the media. Whether it is BBC, whether it is CNN, whether it is Yoruba propelled Gota media here in the zoo, or some Islamic jihadist media platform, they know how to do their job well. And so if we come here talking to you any day, anytime, it is not because we don't know what to do. We know. But for the enemy of Biafra, we will march them shoulder by shoulder. Side by side, we will follow them to the end. And believe me, there is no negotiation. There is no middle ground. I read an article online. It says IPOB is asking for referendum. Did they even create Nigeria by referendum? And it hits my brain. And that is the truth. Was even Nigeria created by referendum? But of course, it was created in a fraudulent manner. And we cannot be fraudulent like them. And that is why we are fair enough. We're sincere enough to make you see the need as civilized people. That is, if there is anybody that goes by that name, let there be referendum. It was created fraudulently, but we must prove to our detectors that we are more civilized than them. For we tread upon the path of righteousness. And that is why when we speak as human beings, as bold as we can. Because the Bible says the righteous are bold as the lion. But like I said, we will not proceed until we acknowledge the Creator himself, Chukwu Kikabiama. And in my humble way tonight, I will say to him, Anye na jage mau, nezoku ne mara mai, ihonanya ne nage, obi omage, ojuru anyanya dadio, inwe gembangwe o di onye dekage, ebo alpha no omega. Anye nene na sena ne de mau. Once again, you are welcome. Our topic this evening is simple. The journey of a country called Nigeria. Nigeria, everywhere. Nigeria, 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 Nigeria. Who is Nigeria? Is the Yoruba man in Nigeria? Is the Fulani man in Nigeria? Is the Biafra man in Nigeria? For your information, British are the Nigerians. British government, the creators of one Nigeria, they are the Nigerians. And so when you hear they say, oh, Nigeria is a criminal, Nigeria, I tell you invariably what you are saying is Britain, the creator of Nigeria, are the criminal. Because most of you do not know how this journey started. Our women who just finished their program, they said something. One of them talked about our mothers, how they stood up to fight for injustice. And those who are born by those women can never accept Nigeria. The creator of Nigeria were so greedy that in the 1940s, they tasked our fathers, turned them to beasts of burden, murdered those they can kill. They were so greedy. I mean, British government was so greedy. They appointed warlords. Did I say warlord? Warrant chief, according to Mazia Ganegu. They appointed warrant chief. Send them everywhere. You urinate, you pay to British government. In your father's compound, though, most of you don't know all these things. You are sick, you pay tithe to the British government. You want to do anything, you pay tithe. They were so greedy that they appoint warrant chief. They told them and say, go into the forest, into the farm. Anybody that you see doing any farm work, collect tax from them. There are a lot of things you see Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah, Mabed doing today. You don't know the genesis. It's surprising to most of you, but it has been there from time immemorial. There's a song I learned when I joined IPOB newly. It goes this way. Nambo ko bidoro, na la Biafra ko bidoro. Nambo ko bidoro, na la Biafra ko bidoro. All these things you are seeing Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani doing in our land, these are history repeating itself. They are just following the script. Those terrorists were so greedy, like the same way some governors are so greedy. I'm talking about Biafran governor. I have no business with El-Rufai, body bag governor. The imp. I have no connection with Kwankwaso, Jubri or Buhari or Basanjo. I have no business with all of them. And so when you see greedy governors, senators in Biafra, look at them. The first thing they do is to appoint touts. I call them touts. Not because they are touts, because they choose to do the job of a tout. They will carry bucket of paint. They see people who are dying, trying to survive. They will still carry paint and be painting their shop. Up to the extent that even inside the forest, you knock lock up shop inside the bush. There are Nigerian government agents carrying paint of paint, marking it illegal structure, no building permit. A different name. All of them, any paint they put on your building, if you are lucky, you pay 2,000 or 10,000. That is the people you are voting for. May God have mercy upon all of you. The British were so greedy that they appointed warrant chief. If you are there working for governor, painting building to collect 2,000 from them, you are a warrant chief. All of you will burn in hell. Make no mistake about that without apology. There are certain jobs you don't do. He said, oh, there is no job. We know. There are certain jobs. Because there is no job, betray your father now. Betray your mother because there is no job. And then you what makes you better than British government? What makes you better than Boko Haram killing our people when you are indirectly doing the same thing? Anyway, let's not digress further. British government appointed warrant chief, send them to go to the farm. Now, there are certain things most of you do not know. In those days, when our fathers marry up to 10 wives, 7 wives, 40 children, they were peace in the family and none of them were stupid. Because the father actually does not feed the family. It was the mother that feed the family. The duty of the father is to pay the bills. When I mean bills, important bills. A father must be able to bring a shelter, put a shelter over the family. A father must be able to pay the necessary bill because then they have to choose the child that will go to school, and at least he must be exceptionally brilliant. The father pays the school fees. But in terms of feeding, it is the duty of the mother. They design the family in such a way that whether they are 100 wives, they all work in the farm of first wife, second wife, third wife, fifth wife. And you see, these women at the end of the day, year in, year out, they make money. Because God so blessed the land of Biafra that every season we have crops to harvest. If you are not eating mango, you are drinking orange. If you are not taking orange, you are taking, what do you call it? Pawpaw. If the pawpaw is not there, there is cucumber. If cucumber is not there, there is watermelon. If watermelon is not there, there is pear. If pear is not there, there is granite. There is fruit from one fruit to another. And so our mothers were able to position themselves to have abundance of it. But the British were not satisfied with the oil they are stealing and other Texas crude and other resources from Biafra land. They went to the farm to start collecting tax from our mothers. And that is why from Cross River State down to Aba, all the women of Biafra congregated. It was a fascinating story. I was taught in history. They call it Aba Women Riot. It was fascinating. I was very happy that we have mothers who could take pasting. We call it a cordon. Pursue Onyibe man. Of course, they opened fire and shot them. Many of them died. But they never, Warrant Chief never went to their farm again. They marched all the way from Cross River State down to Aba, went to Imo State, returned back to Aba, went to this terrorist office, confronted them with pasting. They call it Aba Women Riot. It's a riot, not protest, not rally. Ndiushi. Just the same way Yoruba will tell you, oh, IPOB was throwing stone on Nigerian army. And Nigerian army now pour pure water because they were not carrying gun. They were only with bag of pure water. But IPOB were carrying AK-47. But the point is that posterity will judge all of us. Nigeria has a long history. At this time, we were not Nigeria. Terrorist Lugard has not come. And so you see, we call terrorist Lugard, he's angel among them. When you begin to teach you in school, they say, oh, Mafosin Constitution, Wilberforce Constitution, Clifford Constitution, Terrorist Constitution. The way they put Constitution, it looks it. It's like when they say, Lord Lugard. You think it's a human being. This is a drunk. Then you hear the one they call Harcourt. When they call the name, say Paul Harcourt. Then there are some lunatic who don't even know who they are. They say, I'm a Porakord boy. I'm from Porakord, you know. It makes you look as if you are somebody. These are terrorists of the highest order. But one day the world will talk about their actions. The journey of one Nigeria started in 1960. When certain group of individuals moved the motion and said to the British, you have stolen enough. It is time you leave our land. And they look at these people, supposedly your founding father, they didn't go to school. Only one of them who went to school is fool. Very foolish in Azikiwe. The same way a lot of foolish people are jumping up and down that they are intellectual. Or Chinama is ruling you. But you will not know that there is a policy in place already. And at the end of the day, the British said, oh, Igbo man, you want freedom? The freedom you will not have. They went backyard. It wasn't under Azikiwe. They say, oh, you are the ceremonial president. But it was Ahmadu Bello. They gave the whole document to rule Nigeria. These are some of the things most of you don't know. But of course, we must continue. We will not leave any stone unturned. In 1960, after independence, Nigeria began to follow or encounter different forms of challenges. Tonight, I have to see how comprehensive I can be to present just 12 kind of challenges that Nigeria has faced for about 59 years. Very shameless country. 59 years. I wonder how many 59 years old man who has not started counting his days to the grave. Because next year, they will be 60 years. That is if they are there. But believe me, the more Nigerian will remain, the more she will diminish. Did I say she? The more it will diminish. And so shall all those who claim to be one Nigeria suffer poverty, disgrace, hopelessness, disease will kill all of you. Start disassociating from that name for your own good. From the 3rd day of October 1960, Nigeria was faced with the challenges of tribalism. Understand, 1st of October was a mark Independence Day. why I have to go here is, so when you are preparing to do independent, thunder will fire you. Anybody that will wear white and green here in Biafra land, may the life of your children and your unborn children and all your generation from your matana to your patana, may they be like one Nigeria. And if you fail to say, and you wear green, thunder will fire you, mad people. Because all of you are preparing. Most of the lunatics, Yoruba can celebrate one Nigeria, let them put on their white and green. It's their property. It's their inheritance. Hausa Fulanis, saboteurs, come out with your white and green, let us identify you. It's your property after all. Nonsense. You should be ashamed. When I see some people, they carry Nigerian flag, it's a pity. I pity you. Because the last time I checked, more than 90% of Nigeria have Israeli flag in their car. More than 70% of Nigeria have Ghana flag in their car. And then another 70% have American flag in their car. They will even prefer to put Boko Haram in their car than to mount Nigerian flag. Shame on all of you. A journey after 59 years. Number one, 3 days after independence, the first thing Britain did was to introduce tribalism through the Yoruba. The Fulanis are daft. They don't know anything. They only told them one simple thing. You didn't go to school. I think you know. You say, yes, we no go to school. You see Yoruba, they go to school small. You see Igbo, they go to school small. If you follow them, they go to use you well. And you know you are poor and you don't have money. You hear me? The Fulani man say Kachiku or the Hausa man, as the case may be. Or Kachiku Kwana. And they said to them, join army. We know what we are doing. All of you, join army. Let them carry Bairu. You'll be carrying gun. At the end, we will know who rule each other. Whether it is AK-47 or it is Bairu. Today, that is why you can be very close to Pope. In fact, be the Pope of Africa. Be anybody. Fulani headsmen with the AK-47 will shoot you. Nothing will happen. Tell me one Fulani man serving jail that they kill somebody with illegal AK-47. It will never happen. This is exactly what British want. And so on that very third day, tribalism was introduced. Because they said to the Yoruba, hungry will kill you. Some people say, no, I see people that, Yoruba have supported the division of Nigeria. Oh, Yoruba want a new Nigerian to be divided. It's a lie. Why would they want Nigerian to be divided? Irolongpa, Ironi. Why will Yoruba want Nigerian to be divided? You want to take 10% in the oil sector, 10% your tithe and offering? Irolongpa, Yoruba no want. You want to take Lagos from them? How many Yoruba does importation? They are building, as we are speaking now, in Ogun State, they are building dry dock. So, which means that even the seaport, the wet dock is not enough. And the Yoruba also want, is a lie. Don't let them deceive you. Say to Yoruba, you are just deceiving yourself. We are the one telling them that you have cocoa. Most of you don't know that Cocoa Farmer Association of Yoruba land are more powerful than governors in Biafra land. Whether south or southeast, bottom line or riverine. Most of you don't know. The way you see Governor Willie Obi are not telling you, kill Anambra man, I give you 500,000. You don't know what they are talking. Go and price kidney or liver. It's more than 500,000. Willie Obiano is telling you, kill my people, bring their dead body, we collect the kidney and the liver, and we give you 500,000. Easy market. That is what that man is opening, but most of you don't know. Some family are even going to kill their brother. So they collect 500,000. But when you are doing that, know that your kidney worth close to 1.7 million naira. How much is cow again? 1.7 million naira is that you don't have facility to preserve it. You can preserve them very well. It can sell up to 4 million. Go and ask people who buy it. So they are going to kill you, sell your liver and your kidney, take other body parts to do corn beef or suya, and they are going to pay just 500,000 naira. Your governor said so. Tribalism was introduced. Yorubas brought tribalism into one Nigeria. There are certain things where we tell you are joking. I don't apologize to anybody, most especially when you are stupid. If you are a Biafran woman married to Yoruba, take statistics. Only few of them have more than one child. 98% of Biafran woman, when I mean Biafran woman, Akwa Ibom woman, Enugu woman, Abo woman, married to Yoruba, on another born past one. Except you get as your own be. That one is that their juju never know. But they are the one taking you to church. Oh. If your sister marry Yoruba, go find out how many picking them born. Once them born one, then don't block their womb. 90% of other tribe, Biafran tribe that marry Yoruba, they don't give birth to more than one child. The moment you born that one, now barren you don't become. Go and check statistics. Some people say, hey, what of FFK? Well, leave all those ones, special arrangement. Devil see God. But of course, not be everybody here you go use now. I am giving you assignment now. It's like when we tell you, Yoruba man don't worship in another tribe church. Go and find out. Do the statistics. So you will actually know that the other name for Yoruba aside forgery, 419, is Oluwole. It's aside Oluwole, is what do they call it? Their other name. Three days after independence, tribalism was injected into your Nigeria. And while they are fighting the issue of tribalism, corruption was injected into the system by Britain. Most of you don't know they are the one who introduced corruption. Corruption. Go and ask Marudiko. They know how to do it. Corruption. If I want to explain corruption in details, we won't live here tonight. And so when you hear late Buhari saying, oh, I'm going to fight corruption, he's a corruption fighter, he's fighting corruption, but he didn't give account of the money. In fact, late Buhari have been in charge of NNPC from time immemorial, from God knows when. Corruption, fighting corruption. The day you ask Buhari to give account, they will burn you and your family. Why will he fight corruption? Where is he working for corruption? Your president was very sickly, or how do they say it? He went to London for treatment. He packed his plane and spent fortunes. More than what they will go and borrow from China and Japan. They paid it for plane parking space. And all of a sudden, your Blade Buhari said by his liar Mohammed that Buhari has to become shorter because he was wearing high heel before. British doctor asked him to be wearing palm sandal. This is corruption. All of a sudden, Buhari cannot hear again. This is corruption, but he's not hearing now. All of a sudden, this your Buhari now cannot speak Fufude again. Because British London cut off one wire that connects to his language data in the brain. This is corruption. He went to United Nations floor when they asked him, what did you see about the new democracy? And he started telling you about rainforest. This is corruption. And so when they say, oh, we are fighting corruption, he's a corruption fighter, EFCC is fighting corruption, DSS is fighting corruption, Nigerian police is fighting corruption, army is fighting corruption, Boko Haram is fighting corruption, everybody is fighting corruption. Who is this corruption? Take record of them. The first thing that was injected, infused into the bloodstream of your Nigeria is tribalism. From tribalism, they injected corruption. And then they moved ahead and made us economic slaves. We were made slave economically. Number 3 thing they did. Today, Nigerian cannot manufacture toothpick. But it is Biafran people that are ahead of every. In fact, when you hear this word have medical, they have engineer. Watch all of them. Nigeria among all of them. They use our brain. But here in our land, we can't manufacture chalk. Even though we can go to the river and gather clay and mold them with ordinary hand to look like chalk and dry it, it's still chalk. We can't manufacture it in Nigeria. Because a group of individuals want us to become economically slave. You see South Africa, for instance, now, they are shouting, oh, xenophobia, leave our country. They are economically slave. South Africa only have governmental freedom, but economically, South Africans are still slave. If they lie, let them do xenophobia, amphibia, xeno. South African, xenia, and let them kill everybody. They are still economically slaves. That is what they are. They can rule the government of the day, but they are slave. If I lie, let any country in Africa come out boldly and say, stop importing okrika. We will not import second-hand wares again. We will not import turkey again. We will not import beverages again. We will not import anything importation again. We want to focus on our food. If that president is not murdered in cold blood, like Martin Luther King, like Gaddafi, among others, the sanction that the world will put on that country, they will blackmail them. The moment you do that, you begin to see different people like Theresa May family coming from every corner, coming to pay you visit. That visit is the gathering of the vulture. That is when you begin to hear information like the Theresa May family come to Nigeria. They had a closed-door meeting with Satan of Sokoto. All those closed-door meetings, that is where they sell you. But of course, I wish you will understand. So they made us economically slaves. Nigerians have oil. Before there was oil in Saudi Arabia, they have been stealing oil from Nigeria. I am telling you that even the condemned oil Saudi Arabia don't want. They have machine that is counting it, taking record of it. How many oil does Dubai have? These people have system in place. But you know Nigeria? Some people say, our refinery, let them refurbish it, let them repair it. That is how you know the level of the stupidity of the people who call themselves Nigerian intellectual. Because what you have as a refinery in Nigeria is a Brazilian technology. Did you still have Brazil? The money to fix Nigerian refinery, refurbishment, can build the one Dangote is building for each state in Nigeria. During the 3 years genocidal war, Ojukwu and his boys were able to introduce a local way of manufacturing fuel. That is what you call fire today. And most of you will be surprised that all those ones they hear, how do they talk the name of buying fuel? There is a name they give to it to steal money. Subsidy, importation of fuel. 50% are coming from fire because Nigerian Army and Navy are in charge of fire now. Illegal bunkering. So when they import 20 containers, they use 80 from fire to supply you. But is it not amazing that they will carry crude oil from here and go to Benin Republic to refine it and bring it back? Or sometimes, very stupid, they can move it from here, take it to Australia to refine it, and bring it back here. The question is, which gods said that they should not build genuine refinery? Okay, Dangote have the monopoly. He's building his own refinery. Economically, we were enslaved. They say, if you want independence, we shall give you. All these things are the handwork of Britain, no? Don't make any mistake about that. And so the third thing they did was to make us economically slave. And then after that, they moved on to the challenge of becoming constitutional republic of Nigeria of Federation. Having introduced these 3 steps, they now bring in frustration. Today, so people say, oh, Republic of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria, oh, different name, but the name we bear has nothing to do with who we are. I thought we are a federation. And the last time I checked, when they say it is a federation, it means that every component member have something they put on the table. But everything Nigerian lives on is coming from one session. So what makes it federation? When the gold in Zamfara, the gold in Modakeke and Ife, when all that precious stone, natural resources in the north and in the west are meant for only them, with British government, they do kill and divide. And so constitutionally, they confuse us. Nigeria say we are in democracy. And so why is it that when somebody comes out and demand for his right, agitate for their right, you shoot them? Is that now the new definition of democracy? Why are they afraid to go to court? Our leader was willing to risk it all. He spent over 2 years in their dungeon, waiting for justice to be served to him. But from one kangaroo court to another, the democracy of Nigeria actually encouraged them to come and murder Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as supreme leader in his house. They failed but succeeded in killing 28 members of IPOB, including Jack, our dog. For all eternity, Jack will be remembered. If America will remember their dog that fought war, and German will do the same thing, why will Jack not be remembered? Anyway. And having confused us constitutionally that we don't even know the system of God we are, in fact, system of government we are practicing, they left us here. I can assure you that more than 90% of Nigerian senators don't know the system of government Nigerians are practicing. Just call them and say, what system of government is Nigerian practicing? Some of them will mistakenly say it's a terroritarian. Did you hear it? Terroritarian. They don't know. These are imbeciles, daft, bobbies in the hand of the British government. And that is why they are so bold. That is why they do what they do. That is why one of our governors can shamelessly tell you that Miati Allah, Boko Haram are part of his government. And having done that, corruption came into the educational system. And when they try to confuse the system of government being practiced in Nigeria, this should be about 15 years later. They saw that the people were brilliant. Wonderful, intelligent men start pumping up from all around Biafra land. I have heard many people say, Yorubas are educated, that is why they rule Nigeria. And when I hear people say that, I see how hopeless and idiotic and chimpanzeetic that they can be in their life. You know why I say so? Because you have Chine Achebe, who was a personal assistant to Nnamdi Azikiwe, who stood in his room, apartment, the veranda, and wrote a book that still kept the world stand still till today. We can go on to begin to mention things fall apart. We can begin to talk about the arrows of God. We can mention so many names of high volume novels written by Chine Achebe. The arrow of God. There was a country. How many? And then, yeah, there was another, a Yoruba literature man, supposedly most of you call him. Is it professor they call him? Woloshoyinka. Don't forget, Chine Achebe is not a professor. They call him Hoha. I'm not talking about Akanobiam. People who read that Theresa May family and other terrorists around the world, criminals, couldn't hide it. I see people, they say, Mazi. I really don't know what Mazi means in essence. But I knew that this brother, Akanibiam, refused to answer Mr. So whenever he goes anywhere, they say, Mr. Akanibiam. He say, I'm not Mr. I am Mazi. Mazi Akanibiam. We're not talking about those people. Let's look at the one you know. From his veranda, he wrote all those books. And then there is another Yoruba professor, Woloshoyinka, who is actually the founder of Curtis originator, pioneer of cultism in Nigerian university. They call them pirates. Your intellectual professor, thunder will fire all of you. He wrote books. I give it to him. Lion and the Jewel. Have you not read it? Lion and the Jewel. Ndioshi. How many pages? That should be 6.5 pages. That's 6 pages or 7 pages. I give it to him. Let's say 7 pages. Lion and the Jewel. 3 pages is introduction. I thank my special mommy for inspiring me to write this book. I thank my Duduwa people for helping me to publish it. I thank my friends and colleagues for being there for me. I thank my wife for helping me to edit it. 3 pages before the cock and bull story. But Onyibe came to give award, best literature. He is the award, Laureate Nobel. They gave him money. With the money he was paid for being the best literature award winner, they use it to open Radio Kudirat. Most of you don't know. But Onyibe, whose work still speak many years after he's gone, he's not a Laureate Nobel. Thunder fire all of you. If anybody has deceived you, Yorubas are educated, that is it's a lie. Corruption was injected into the educational system. That is why today, read now. Read now. Read anything you can read. You will fail. You must bribe. There is online now. One Anambra boy is suing their lecturer, or is going to sue the vice chancellor, is going to sue the academic. How can he pass? And they fail him. Very soon now, DSS will arrest him. EFCC will indict him. That will put it to you that you steal your school fees. Tell that boy to take the one way, then give him a move ahead until Biafra come. Today now, I can assure you that more than 60% of Nigerian youth corpers cannot spell their name. Some don't even know how to sing national anthem. Bring Nigerian senators and governors. Tell them to sing national anthem. All these Fulani governors. Kwankwaso, Kuroso, all of them. Tell them to sing national anthem. You'll be surprised. Bring all of them. But somebody will think I'm joking. This is the truth. Corruption was injected into the education. So you just go to school, waste your 5 years, 6 years, as the case may be. You just be tipping the lecturer. They will help you to become useless in life. I always tell my son, you may have the privilege to bribe anybody, pay your way and have whatever you want. But don't make the mistake. Whatever you cannot learn in school today, you will never be able to learn it in your life again. This privilege will never come again. I wish I can go back to school. I would have soaked myself into my textbook. I would have read as if how much I read will determine how much I live and how successful I will be, even when I know that it doesn't count. You have to read and leave the rest. But they don't tell you that. Even lecturer will tell you, if you like, read from here till tomorrow. If you no come see me, forget them. And that is how it is. All of them are that product. Have you seen any lecturer taken to the court for cheating? But don't you know they cheat? It was so disgraceful that even one lecturer pregnanted a girl of less than 6 years. Constant raping and harassment inside school compound. Let's leave them. And now the moment corruption was injected, today we all know the result. You don't know your right. You didn't go to school. Actually, you went to school, but school was the one that went to you. You didn't go through school. School went through you. Vice versa. And then there is problem. There is problem. And the moment the educational sector was damaged, it was good enough for them, easy for them to suspend the next generation. That is why somebody will be normal. At the age of 30 years, he's carrying bomb, bottle, cutlass, gun to fight for Buhari that become president at the age of 13. Or don't you know amalgamation document was signed with 3 years, 6 years, and 9 years old boys? Britain signed amalgamation document with 3 years, 6 years, and 9 years old boy. And the first people who ruled Nigeria, some of them were 13 years, 14 years, and 12 years. Now look at how mentally deranged, stupid person that you are. At the age of 40, 30, you are still running up and down, trying to still retain the same criminal into office. It is because you are educationally deficient. Educational kwashoko is worrying you. They succeeded. Number 16 they did was cultural diffusion. It becomes a tool to undermine the people of Nigeria. Having destroyed the educational sector, I can challenge you that those from the southeast didn't have the privilege to go through history. I studied history in school, but we know what they did. And so today, when you talk about women riot, I'm not there, but it looks like I knew everything that happens there. When you come out today now and you tell me about what happened in the war, I actually was not in that territory, but it looks like I was not even born then. But we could actually tell you what happened at a particular spot because we have the record intact with us. We were taught in school. It could be fraudulent teachings, but with the teaching we have learned from our leader, Mazen Nandekano, I can assure you we were able to fix the puzzle. The issue of Nigerian Biafran war, I was taught in school. I never forget that topic. It said the cause of Nigerian Biafran war. And then when we begin to study, they said the cause was personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon. The personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon was the cause of Nigerian Biafran war, as they said. And then when you begin to ask questions out of curiosity, you would conclude by saying logically that Ojukwu and Gowon were individuals. And then why would a personality clash between two individuals make us to suffer till this day? Why would the personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon make Nigerians to humiliate us to the level, to the extent that the very currency we use to buy something in the market is an insult to us as a people? To be able to learn how to spell Naira in the first place as a child was to know the meaning of Naira. And so when they say, you spell Naira, I can't spell Naira. And how did I know how to spell Naira? The moment they say spell Naira, I will say never, allow, sorry, never, any, allow, Igbo, I, to rule again. Never allow Igbo to rule again. Naira. That is how I learned how to spell Naira. That is how bad it can be. They started dividing us, cutting us into pieces. And it was easy for them to be able to control us and humiliate us. Today, we are saying, Agbo is not Igbo, Ijo is not Igbo, this one is not Igbo. All of you are Igbo. You can deceive yourself. One day you will know the truth. May never be too late to you. I expect somebody when they come on radio, you say, I am Akwa Ibom Igbo. I am a Joy Igbo. What is Igbo, Kwano? Because the last time I checked, it's a language used by a certain group of Biafran. Because we haven't been told Igbo. Amando ba Igbo. Nkwere Igbo. Olu Igbo. Enugu Igbo. Abo Igbo. Don't deceive yourself. You are in Nyamene, the other way for it. Those of you who have tried to claim Niger Delta and Delta Niger, you go back and when you finish telling them, they look at you saying, Nyamene, Barawu Dambanza, Nyamene. In Yamini, they divided us, turned us against ourselves. This is what Nigeria have been doing for 59 years. Understand, I'm trying to break it down for you what they have been doing for 59 years old. For 59 years, this is what they have been doing with all of us. And there are people who are saying, let's look at restructure. Who do you want to restructure? All this torture you are bringing upon our life, is that not enough for all of us? And then the number 17 they did having used cultural division to destroy us. Today, let me tell you how you lose your way. I sit among a group of Biafran people, and they were talking, and it's like try to socialize. That one say, don't mind them, Oluwa is involved. Onyibe, now so Oluwa is involved. God will punish you. Have you seen Yoruba say, Chineke they involved? But in your mind, you are socializing. Inferiority complex will destroy most of you. Inferiority complex lead to jealousy. Inferiority complex lead to envy. Inferiority complex lead to bad belly. Inferiority complex will move you to exhibit stupidity, and you will think you are wise. Oluwa is involved. Yoruba will never even mention Chineke. This is how much they hate you without apology. Cultural diffusion. You have more Biafran with children answering the Yoruba name. There's my friend called Erikefe. There's my friend called Edeki. They are all having a Yoruba name. Erikefe will be listening to me now. His name is Tunde. And he came to me, I say, somebody asked his what is her name. He say, my name is Pastor Tunde. I say, thunder fire you. Pastor Tunde, where are you from? I'm from Warri. How many Yoruba is answering Tunde? Sorry, how many Yoruba is answering Erikefe? Tell me Yoruba answering another tribe name. They destroyed us. Have you seen Awusama answer Ikechiku or Tamono or Priye? Then some people will come up with you and say, I am Alahaji, Otokutobu, Otoputopu, Ojugujugu, Njoshi. They divided us. It was easy to know what to do with us. You are be a saboteur governor. Yes, sir, we agree. You are be a saboteur warrant chief. Yes, we agree. You are not Igbo. You are Niger Delta. Yes, I agree. You are Igbo, but you are not Igbo. Yes, I agree. You. We will make you a senator, but you must not talk. Yes, I agree. This is what Nigerians have been doing for 59 years old. This is what Britain is doing in Nigeria for 59 years. And some lunatic is going to come out 3 days from now, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we are Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria. Oh. Just look at yourself in the mirror when you are singing that national anthem. You will see how sorrowful you look. But we will cure you, don't worry. You are not normal. I didn't say so. My people are useless. My people are hopeless. My people are indisciplined. Tinubu now is saying that Yoruba youth are lazy. They just line up in his house begging him money every day. All these things led to it. But I'm not talking to Yoruba anyway. I'm talking to Biafrans. Seven. And when the people are fathers, the people's general, Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegu, Ojukwu, one and only, any other one is a counterfeit. We've not seen who can step into his feet. Because there is a difference between Dim Chukwuemeka Odimegu Ojukwu and our current supreme leader. Ibu Nyabo. Somebody gave me a name to send to him. That is his name. It's just that the Igbo is too deep. I cannot pronounce it very well. One and only. They wear two different shoes. One shoe was put on integrity. On his own capacity. As a man with excellent reputation and sentimentally regard. But of course, the shoe our leader puts on is the shoe of Chukwukika Abiyama. And that is why everybody have to be afraid. Ojukwu said, no, all this have to stop. We really have to renegotiate our union. As a fraudulent entity, I can see. Go on, you can represent the North. Awolowo and the rest of them, you can represent the West. and Philippe Effiong, we will represent the East. Let us go to a neutral ground. He led them to Aburi in Ghana. They ate on the same place. They were very happy. They all came back in the same car, thinking that the problem of Nigeria will be settled once and for all. But the British went behind and told Gowon, Jack Gowon, are you stupid? You want hungry to kill your people? You let these people go, you people will die of poverty. But that is not the truth. Don't let them go. We will give you gun. Fight them. Yoruba, you people mobilize. Coco cannot feed you. He led the war. British succeeded. They did their job well. Over 10 million died. This we know. Nigerian can admit that 1 million died. But I want you to imagine the heap of dead body of 1 million people. I just want somebody to try to figure it out. Try to create that image in your brain and see if you can be able to sleep this night. The Nigerian tells you, they are telling Asaba, please don't go to market on the 7th. Is it on the 7th? Please, let's remember those we killed. I wish they can present it like that. And thunder will fire you in Asaba where you close your shop. Thunder will fire you. Because where is Asaba people? The last time I checked, more than 90 people who claim to come from Asaba. I'm talking about the men. They are never from Asaba. Because Nigeria murdered all of them. Nigeria murdered all of them. 59 years later, they want to remind you of your shame and your disgrace. Babangida was saying, Igbos are entrepreneur, anywhere they go, but Babangida was part of the people that benefited from the spoil of the war. Babangida took Mariam Babangida's wife, Bongo Sikwe's wife, and made this his own wife, the spoil of war. This is what we have been doing for 59 years. And then when they bend their mouth, they talk, some people are saying, oh, that man is very tribalistic, detribalized, very sincere. Look at how he prays Igbo people. He should return Mariam Babangida. That is somebody's wife. Idoma Biafra man, known gone by the name Bongo Sikwe, popular musician, paid the dowry for that woman. But the woman was beautiful then. Babangida couldn't take his eye off this woman. But you think he can deceive us? Oh, you are first lady, and now made the Delta State Asaba capital, and now tied the road from River Niger all the way to Benin. So we have forgotten, because our problem is road, Abi. And so when he can, Igbo entrepreneur, return all those girls you people carry now. Many of them are alive. We are taking record of all of them. In fact, we are tracing them back. You do not know most of those are also women. Tying wrapper, what do they call? Is it pijad or chibad or whatever they call that useless masquerade they give their women? Many of our women are adopted from Delta State and Akwa Ibom. They are there. They now have our surname. Where is Mama Taraba? I think you see she's from Enugu. Now Asuibo. Now Supuibo more than more. But if BBC didn't make mistake, you wouldn't know that woman is Enugu woman, Mama Taraba. So who gave that dowry out? Let the family come forward. This is what they've been doing for 59 years old. 59 years, I mean to say. War break out. And then after the war, British government did not stop. They initiated another plan. And this time was Nigeria implementing governmental policies against the Biafran people. Immediately after the war, we all know what Awolowo did. We all paid dearly for it. When I see people from my side misbehaving, well, maybe we succumb so much to this intimidation. I could pick all the pieces of information I have and it begins to make sense. My mother has a cupboard in our kitchen. And this cupboard look like those ones we use in the dormitory, in the hostel. And when you see the cupboard in the kitchen, you think is for pot of soup. But it was actually money my mother keeps inside. But the pot of soup will be on top of the cupboard. But the thieves somehow were able to know that that cupboard is not for pot of soup, that is for money. So many times we were robbed. But of course, my house is a barrack, so the people never escaped. But to cut the long story short, I called my mother one day and said, it is clear now that somebody have told them where you keep money. Why don't you open a bank account? I never forget the expression of my late mother. And she said to me, no. I said, why? Why? Is it because you can't write? Is it because, why, Mama? Because my mother is educated. In fact, there was one time a commissioner of police in Abo, a woman. She answers my mother's name. I know the day we have issues in the police station then, I have problem with somebody and the police came to arrest me. My mother called that woman and said, if my son sleep in that police station, I will tell them who owns the result you are using to be a commissioner. That was how I was released. But I know my mother went to school. They are both late anyway. So why would you have a bank account? And she said to me, after the war, you only hear during the war or after the war. He said all my money was taken from me. They gave me only 20 pounds. But she was not living in the East. She was in Midwestern state. Okay, so they track us down to Midwestern state. I thought we are not Igbo. So when you are in Enugu saying they took your money, not everybody in Enugu, they took their 20 pounds. That is why some people don't want them. Not everybody in Anambra, they took their 20 pounds. Those who fought against Nigeria for the evil they are, they never refunded their money. They enact policies upon policies, governmental policies to undermine our position in this zoo called Nigeria. Today, you can't build industry in your land, only hotel, and you don't see something is wrong somewhere. This is what Nigerians have been doing. This is the only development and achievement for 59 years old. How do we cripple these people? How do we emasculate them? How do we destroy them? How do we frustrate them? How do we keep them down? But little did they know that you will hold person for ground, you no go stand up, and the person no go stand up. Number 9. The next thing they did was to move to the next level. Total hijack. Of the system. Having done this, it was not enough. They were pretending that they want to move into democracy. They contested for election, which let us assume ushered Alhaji Shehu Shagari to become a president of Nigeria. And this is 20 years later. And then he was deputized by Alex Ekwime, a professor and a stark illiterate, British handwriting. So when you see Professor Sibanjo and late Professor terrorist, stark illiterate Buhari, you should know it didn't start today. Nambuko Bidoro, oh Nala Biafra Kosi Bidoro. It's not a new thing. Some of you are surprised, but it has been there. These are government policies. These are strategies. This is the only thing Nigeria has been doing since her creation. And then everybody rejoiced. It looked like as if Nigeria was actually going to be reborn. It looks like as if things is going to be normal. And everybody said back. The next thing we had, one terrorist Boko Haram man, they called him Buhari. He jumped out from nowhere, overthrow the government, and start shouting, corruption, corruption, corruption. He didn't fight for corruption of Marodiko. He did not fight for the corruption of all these criminals who lived before him. He didn't fight for corruption of Ogundikpe. He didn't talk of the corruption. Who is the heck is this guy? But another arrangement, they are moving to another level. Those of you change, next level. Next level didn't start today. Corruption, corruption, corruption. We will fight corruption, we will fight corruption. They deal with Alex Ekwime. Ambrose Ali became blind before they left him. We can go on and on and on and on and on and on. Corruption, corruption. We are fighting corruption. We are fighting corruption. Eh? That is how they hijack the whole government. And then Nigeria become a football field. Buhari played small. He passed to Babangida. Babangida played. He passed to Abacha. Abacha played. He died like Samuel Okwaraji on the field. Then they now do government magic. Obasanjo came in. He dribble for 12 years. Nigerians start shouting, no democracy, no democracy. Having key cancer, among others, a lot of things change. People start saying no democracy because decree have to give way for constitution. What did they do? They went to London. As always, they said, of course, we want democracy. Then that is when you begin to see British talking sense. Anytime you see Britain talking sense about Nigeria, run for your life. There is calamity on the way. You begin to hear people like Margaret Thatcher, Peter Buota, Ronald Edidan, among all of them. They come on their BBC and CNN. This is how they make the speech. We have seen the atrocity is committed in Nigeria by the Nigerian government, and we, the Britain, will not let it to continue. I should take into you now we put places in place. The Nigerian must return to democracy, and if Nigeria does not return to democracy, we're going to sanction Nigeria, and it's not very good and it's evil, and so we're giving Nigeria 70 days to return to democracy. But of course, we are chimpanzee and monkey baboons. We start to hey, democracy, oh, democracy. Fela knew this truth. He said demonstration of Chris. And everybody went home. And these people went to Britain. Britain told them, where are you bothering? We are going back to democracy. Or are you not going? They said, Kachiko, we are going. He said, remove your kaki and put on abada. All the generals. General Buhari, General Tiwa Danjuma, General Obasanjo, General Abacha, General Olusegun, all the whole general you know in Nigeria took over power with Abada. They become civilian overnight. This is what they've been doing for 59 years. Let me hurry up. Number 10, the introduction of decree. Decree came in. Will you tell me that Sudani, the imposter and his Aso Rock is using constitution? It's a decree. Showore is a testament to that fact. It's a decree. If they talk this one, they are talking the other one. And having done that, they initiated the product of total emasculation of the Biafran, politically, economically, socially, and otherwise. With the help of this decree called Constitution, the next level was total emasculation. And so when I see that and I see people saying, according to the Constitution of Nigeria, we the people of Nigeria, we the people of Nigeria, who the heck is this we? Honestly, I don't know. Who the heck is this we? We the people of Nigeria, we the people of Nigeria. Nobody was consulted. They brought this handout from Britain. And then the Abdusalami Abubakar, a gate man somewhere in Kwatangora, represented Britain. And since then, we begin to hear the language. We, the people of Nigeria. We, the people of Nigeria. That is why they can come in form of Ruga and other Ruga. All this is in one attempt to do one thing. Emasculate us. Totally cripple us. And they are trying. Without IPOB today, we are gone as a people. Without IPOB today, you are gone as a people. You can be yapping, you may not be able to recognize it. You may choose not to, you pretend as if you don't know. But in the end, you must hail Biafra. We're happy we are doing what we can do. We continue doing what we are doing. But in the end, all must hail Biafra for the avoidance of doubt. And I will say, the 12th thing now is the introduction of mercenaries. To speedy up the completion of total emasculation, assassination of our people. The current agenda now, the current project of Nigeria now, is the reintroduction of mercenary. But you hear about terrorist Lugard. Who the heck is that man? When British colonized India, they rape women as they always do. They colonized Jamaica, they rape and gave birth to Bob Marley, with due respect. Anywhere they go, they rape. There are certain people I do not want to call their name, but you will be surprised. They killed their father, who were prominent chiefs and monarch, and took their wives away. Their wives were returned to them later on with white children who they claim belong to those monarchs who are black. But that is why DNA test is very important in Biafra land, or else Njagwale, if we will not end in our land. And so anywhere they go, they were in India, rape a lot of Indian women. One of them gave birth to the terrorist and the lunatic they called Freddie Lugard. He became an area boy sleeping on that bridge, like all those Yoruba and Oju Elegba and those Shoduki Saleh. And then he was a terrorist like Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah. And so he was a willing tools, the perfect tools to be able to undermine our position as a people. He's a mercenary. He was sent down here. He killed. So many of them. They have to kill you to make sure they have their way. The same way Fulani herdsmen are killing just to have their way. It's working actually. But they are heading to one direction. If terrorist Lugard can come all the way from India as directed by Britain and subdue all of us and amalgamate all of us together, irrespective of the huge differences between us, if we do not stand up against these people once and for all, you will be surprised. Fulani herdsmen will do the same thing. And then our children will say, oh, this is evil. We don't like that. Oh, no. We just want to go home. And so when you want to celebrate, oh, independent, this is the only thing Nigeria have been doing since 59 years. And when our lines are open, and you think there is something they are doing I have not said yet, please help us. We want to go home, and home we shall go. I'll be back in a minute.
They call me Chris Jokey. Even though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for still God that is always with me. Yeah, He's always with me. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. To join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. I am talking about a holy land, yeah, where God will always reign, and the sun will shine again. So we the people rejoice, yeah, where no one will tell me, yeah, that my song is suicidal, that I will lose my life for singing songs, where there is freedom of speech. Mr. Mepho will remind us, yeah, that we are children of the Most High God. In Jerusalem we meet again, yeah, because we are the children of God, and the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home, yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. We are praying for the moment, yeah, when heaven will come for us, and the world will talk about us, so no one else have to die. All this nation will respect us. Yeah, understand we just wanna go back home. No amount of gun can stop the show. Yeah, cause we all got possessed and the spirit is in me. My director will return home. Yeah, show us love we used to do before. Beautiful faces that we see again. Yeah, we need you, we miss you, and we wait on you. And the sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home. Yeah, we made it through the sun to home. We gave our blood to redeem our land, and the time is too late. So join me, let us get it now. For happiness we all rejoice. Yes, we are the children of God. When not in a connected to me, I don't know yellow. Tina and Jesus, that's why you were going to believe that. Young little boy, you holy, Namekano is another Savior. Holy, Namekano is another Savior. Biafra can get away from baby. It is a chance. Biafra can get away from baby. The sun will rise. My brothers will be coming home.
Yes, of course. At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line remains 070-815-45642. Our WhatsApp line once again is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Aba.
Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from Aba. Good evening to all Biafrans, wherever you are in this world. I want to use this medium to thank every principal officers who is fighting tirelessly to restore this our great nation, Biafra land. No matter where you are hearing my voice, I'm pleased to call this Radio Biafra today and get, and my call will be picked. I thank you, and I believe, and I thank God, who is almost, we are close to our father's land, which has been taken by Fulani herdsmen and Hausa and Yoruba, that is eating and benefiting from us. At the end of the day, we are the one who is suffering from morning till night. Wherever you go, Hausa will kill you. Wherever we go, Yoruba, everywhere. Police will, when you after hustling, police will hold you. Collect the money that you work for the day. And at the end of the day, if you will not give me 5 naira from you, for you, when you go there, army will slap you here and there. Which kind of intimidation is this? And I pray that God, with his infinite mercy, will definitely restore our great nation for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my brother. They may be pretending and telling you, oh, he's going to be independent. Oh, let's celebrate independence. This is what they have been doing for 59 years old. For 59 years now. They should be ashamed of themselves. Anybody around you coming, oh, he's independent, he's going to independent. They are evil. Call them evil. That is what they are. Can you hear me call on the line? Caller on the line, can you hear me? And of course, I have to cut off that call if you cannot hear me. Our people must remain focused. Our people must make sure that why they say, oh, it's independent, nothing depends inside independent. It's an insult to us as a people. And that day must not be remembered. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Caller on the line, can you hear me? But we must continue. It could be Zoo Epileptic Network, it could be any other thing, or whatever the case may be. The message is on. As a Biafran celebrating independence, I think you have an issue. I think you have an issue. And I think you need help. When your pastor asks you, let's do independent, ask your pastor, ask your imam, afan, whatever they are, ask them, what has Nigeria been doing for 59 years now? What exactly have they been doing? You ask them. For 59 years, what have they been doing? Caller on the line.
Hello.
Good evening from here.
Good evening. From London.
Go ahead, please.
I'm greeting you. Well done to what you are saying. Continue saying what you are saying. You are on the right track. So what I want to say is, what do you want to do independent? What are they celebrating? Is it a patrol in all the places? Is it the modern or the extortion? What are they celebrating? Our people are too stupid. You know, they should gather together and be praying for their freedom instead of joining them. Now they will allow their children to go and demonstrate, and some will be beating the children. No food, no nothing. What I'm 50 years now. I have never seen any good out of Nigeria since I was born. From little, I've never seen. See today, what are they celebrating? Independence. Let them concentrate on getting Biafra. Forget about their Nigeria. There's nothing they are benefiting from Nigeria. They are all stupid. Even all of them are stupid. That's what I call them. From A to Z. So there's nothing we are gaining from them. So continue saying what I love the way you talk. Because if I'm there, that's the way I talk. I love the way you talk. And anybody who says you are not saying it right, let's thunder fire that person 20 times. Well done. And two, so if people call, they should stop calling all the time. Let other people have chance. Let us know those who have been on the waiting list for ages. Some people call, they say they can't get in. And some people can be calling every day, every minute, every hour. Are they the only people that know what to say? Everybody know what to say. So that's all I want to say now. And well done. God bless you. Bless every IPOB members worldwide. I like what you are doing. We are getting there.
Thank
we
you
are
very
getting
much,
there. Well done. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
In God's name.
You see.
Bye.
For now, our people must understand there is nothing independent to independent. The celebration of independence is a mockery to our people, because for 59 years they have spent their resources, their energy to undermine our position as a people, and their highest achievement is all of them are general who killed innocent women and children. Now they are general. That is what they want to remind you. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Good evening. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from my brother.
Go ahead, please.
I wish to appreciate what you are doing, sir. I appreciate Chukwuki Kajan like you for our leader, Namdi Kano. Some of our people who call them, they are very hopeless. They don't know what they are doing. don't feel that this thing is something that will make people kill or politics of the zoo, but not like that. As you normally say that our people must remain focused. We must remain focused and build our future. So I wish to thank all of you, our principal officers, our leader Namdi Upugama, Jim of Force, the deputy. We, George Onyibe, I thank you very much. It's not an easy thing. I thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Like as Mazimefo will always say, we are all in this together. We must tell ourselves the truth. We must know this truth. We must confront this truth. We must live this by this truth. We must defend this truth. Is it dependent? Let's celebrate. What are you celebrating? Are you there, caller on the line? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Hello. Good evening. Go ahead. What are they celebrating? What is there any independent inside murdering of your people? They all became general because they killed innocent men and women. They tell you the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. Just check the road. In 59 years, we don't have a good tarred road. No potable drinking water, no electricity, and some lunatic are going to come out in the name of church or anything, how to remember 30th or whatever they call it. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Good evening, sir. Good
evening from here, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Chai, I really thank God for getting you this evening. Mazi Onyibe, my name is Uche Awa. I'm calling from Aba, from Abohi zone. The people you visited yesterday. I'm grateful. Thank God for honoring our invitation. May God continue to energize you, more wisdom and the power to forge ahead. Thank you, sir. I said, let me just tell you thank you.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Our people must get ready because we have to send a message across to them. Can you hear me, caller on the line?
Shalom,
Shalom, good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. George Onyibe.
Of course, you are talking to George Onyibe. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and you are live on air. Okay. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling you from Igota, Biafra land. My name is Ezen Netosie. Mazi. Yeah, Mazi, I commend your effort. I really appreciate what you are doing for us. You play one of the strong pillars that follows Nan cannot at the back. You can't fear before the enemy. Mazi Onyibe, we have nothing to celebrate. Even at the water, no road, flood everywhere. The government is not doing anything about it. We are suffering here, and the people are celebrating 59 years. For what? 59 years of suffering, or 59 years of
59 years of bad road, 59 years of kidnapping, 59 years of raping by Boko Haram, 59 years of looting, 59 years of having lunatic in charge of government affairs in the corridor of power, 59 years of being ruled by an imposter, 59 years of terrorist country. Nigerians are kidnappers, kidnapping children from Mali and other country. Is that what they want to celebrate? We will help them celebrate it.
God forbid. I personally and my family will not celebrate anything because Nigeria is total contraction. Nigeria is contraction. We will start moving forward. No retreat, no surrender until Biafra is restored. Mazi, I want to pray to my leader. I want to pray to my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, oh, Chukwu Okike Abịama. Onye nwe ike niile dị n'aka. A na-ekene gị na ndụ na ike kinyere onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. A na-asị gị, Elohim of Israel, as you have done it before, I know you will do it again in our own lifetime and the life of our parents. Chukwu Abiyama, give our leader every enablement, protect him and guide him. Give him everything that will enable Biafra to be restored. Don't allow any wishes or wizard to see him. Every evil plan of the zoo, we say, let it go back to them. Make the zoo, make the ocean swallow the zoo. Then Biafra will arrive. In Yeshua's name I pray.
See. Thank you very much.
Onyibe. Yeah, I am calling you from Lukwahu zone. So we are the principal officer. We will continue from where we stop until Biafra is restored. We are not going back. No retreat, no surrender.
Of course.
Thank you.
We must continue.
Keep it on until Biafra is restored. Shalom.
Shalom. Our people must remain focused. Biafra is our destination. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Go ahead,
my name
please.
is Samuel Echukode.
Go ahead, my brother.
I'm calling from Aba. Hello.
Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
Okay, I'm calling from Aba in Ugala unit. I'm very grateful to get you easy today. I'm appreciating your good work. May Chukwu Okadama be with you forever and evermore. Hello.
My brother, you are talking to the world. Go ahead, please. I don't like the notion, hello. You are on air. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So they are ashamed, zoo country, they are ashamed of themselves. Because for past how many years now, no nothing, no electricity, no water to drink, no good road, but they are planning to celebrate 1st October. So they are ashamed of themselves. They know that they have fallen and they must fall forever. So I'm very happy to speak with you this night. May Chukwu Okadama be with us forever and evermore.
Thank you very much, my brother. I truly appreciate. Thank you for calling in. Our people must understand. Whenever independent is, it's amazing. Nigeria is so quiet. They are so dull. I'm not even hearing them gallivanting for independence. They are just so tired and frustrated.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Udo derege namuku.
Go ahead, please.
Wadanena, Vincent Wichon, I'm calling you from Aba. Umedeke unit, Port Harcourt Region 1. Daddy, I just want to know. They say they are celebrating their what? I don't know. Where are they going to pass and celebrate it now? Coming to those that are living in Aba. People that are living in Port Harcourt Road are going through hell. Everybody there that has a business along that road, all of them, their business are destroyed. You cannot gain anything. Instead of it to gain, the ones you are having are destroying. You are looking at it in destroying. They say they are going to celebrate. Celebrate where, Kwanobiko? Where will the children pass? Where will they start keke or bus and go and celebrate in their stadium? Why can't they tell themselves truth? Their governor came to Port Harcourt Road to see how Port Harcourt Road is. He could not even pass there. He stopped at tank and went back again. Then passed through Fox Road and went to Crystal Park. Through Park to Crystal Park. At that big gazette there, he was spending money for them that they should go and take the money. They can't collect the money. What kind of country are we then? The Fulani herdsmen are destroying our things, killing us. How much are they selling one bag of rice in Lagos? Our people cannot learn anything. They cannot tell themselves truth. How much are they selling a bag of rice in Lagos? How much are they selling one bag of rice in Aba here? They said one Nigeria. Now one Nigeria, it's not one Nigeria. It's not one Nigeria. Let everybody stay. What are they going to celebrate? Nigeria. Celebrate which Nigeria? The one that is being owned by the Fulani herdsmen and the Yorubas. those gamblers. And then our people are doing slavery for them. We are not celebrating anything. Everybody, the truth is out, and everybody knows that the truth is being out. We know the truth. Many that are being blind, their eyes are now opened. Somebody will go out in the morning, cannot fetch what you used to eat to give your children food. Some things that mean that people would now go begging for food in order to feed their children. You cannot feed your children. You cannot get what to feed them. Where is the road? Everywhere is being spoiled in Aba. There is no business moving. Nothing is moving. They said, well, one Nigeria a day, or one Nigeria to Fulani herdsmen, or one Nigeria to Yoruba people. Is it Port Harcourt? Where is the road? You will move in the morning to go to Port Harcourt. You will not get to Port the time you're supposed to go there. Nothing is moving in Biafra land. They said, one Nigeria. They are just fooling themselves. They are not fooling us. They are fooling themselves. They are fooling themselves. We are not celebrating anything. Everybody in Biafra land, nobody is celebrating anything. We focus on the day that our Lord will remember us, and which we know that He has remembered us. Our leader has gone ahead. He has gone very, very far. They are just waiting their time. And there is nothing, and there is nothing, and nothing that they will do in order to draw us back. We have stand and no more going back. Those are principal offices. They God bless them. Strengthen them the more, including you, sir, George Onyibe, an honorable lecturer. May God give you more knowledge, more life to live. In the name of Yeshua, I pray.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand. There are certain things. Nigeria is even aware. Nigerians are aware. By this time, independent in those days used to be like Christmas. Our parents believe that it's going to be good. It's going to be fine. Things will get better. Things will get better. They are dead. Their own parents died. The next one died. Are we going to die till things get better? No. There is no way. They know. They are feeling it. Nigerian useless Gota media are not projecting it. But we are reminding you, whether they talk them or they no talk them, we must remind you. Fraudulent, useless, hopeless, independent day is 1st of October. They are criminals. Run for your life. Can you hear me, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please. The world is listening.
My name is Ogate. I'm calling from the Kedro.
Go ahead.
My contribution in this is that our people here, they don't respect themselves. They are doing as if they have not seen anyone neither to eat rice or whatever they call it. Number one, they don't even know that people that call themselves Syrian, they don't even know that their master, whoever they call their master, that their master is dead. They are following somebody cops walking around. Somebody they know that their parents, whoever they call themselves a fake president, is dead. They are following them up and down, working with them, doing everything with them. They don't know that they are following with a dead man. They cannot even know. They are defeating themselves, calling themselves a Nigerian. Useless stupid people that cannot even respect themselves, working with a corpse man, a Jubilee man for that matter from Sudan. They cannot even respect themselves. But for my own advice to our people, let them respect themselves. Let them stand for their life and fight for our virtue. Because my Bible lets me to understand that in the book of Exodus 44, the Lord shall fight for Biafra and who shall hold our peace. No matter whatever they do, that we will stand for our feet. If I thought that our women, they have the kind of mind that I have, I swear with Almighty God, they will never fulfill with this. Like one stupid man living in my company saying that we can never get Biafra. I get what me. I kept all that of him. God punish you there. He is less Nigeria because they are anywhere one naira from Nigeria. That's where you are destroying Biafra. Calling Biafra. We will never see Biafra. We will never see this. Look at this. Any of my daughter that went to that 1st of October, I will make sure that I will slaughter that person, not in my house, because my father is a hero man. He is a born of a Biafra, and we will continue where my father started. Even though that they say let that war start now, I will be the first person to start that war.
I will make sure that I stand on my feet, even my sisters and brothers. We will never go back. We will never let our people stand on our feet to make sure that the British Biafra will come. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Not even that they have any plan, they are planning against Biafra shall never come to pass. We will get our will. The Lord shall fight for us and we shall hold our peace. We'll fight for our battle. We will win this battle and nothing will stop that. And nothing will change that. Whether the devil like it or not. That any mouth or any leg that walking bad against Biafra not to come shall be cut to death. I shall not go well with it. Even their plans, whatever they are planning against them, even in their chamber, they will never get us. If at all we will have one mind. What is killing us is our people that are supposed to. When you come to them, we say it's when you go outside because of a little money, they will go and change their mind. They will go and say whatever we make in the meeting. God will punish any man, any saboteur that is selling Biafra behind us. That are planning evil against us. God that will fire them. God will punish them. God will destroy them. Israel people, cowards, Taliwas, a non-entity, that is what they are. They will never choose to see Biafra. Those that are swearing that Biafra will not come. Even in their generation, they will never see. They will never even see their children. Then Biafra will come. Those people that said that Biafra will not, they will die. Biafra will come. As Boris said that Biafra will not come, he have died and Biafra is coming. And I pray that Biafra will continue to be coming. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand. Hopefully, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Make no mistake about it. The journey is not going to be an easy one, but we will be here to the end. It is a disgrace and an insult to supposedly country. I don't call them nation because they are not. They shall never be. Nigeria independent, and some lunatics are going to come out. Your pastor must be very evil. Your imam, afar, even your godmom must be very evil to tell you to come out and let's celebrate independent. Is it independent of stupidity, independent of hopelessness, independent of criminals? What exactly are you dependent or independent from? Ndioshi. It's a shame. Nigerians have been very busy for 59 years. Very busy trying to stop this tiny Biafran. Nigerian and her handlers have been very busy, 59 years, trying to stop this tiny Biafran. Very busy. Let's stop them. IPOB, we have to stop them. Hujuku, we have to stop them. Mbadiwe, we have to stop them. All the good people in Biafra land, we have to stop them. 59 years. But now we are still here. And I must remind them that we are Biafrans and we come from Biafra. Good night. We'll see some hours away from now. Don't forget where you see them. Tell them you are Biafran and you come from Biafra. And as such, they will know no independent. Good night from here.
Hey man, this one is stars of Biafra in Biafra land. We're gonna take some way from our back province. Legend Rasta, Baba Chums, boom. I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
I will never be frustrated. I will never run away. I will always believe in the word the king that my father told me. Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place, and it's so good for the people to live. No wonder people they are free, no more pressure here to see. If you like me, go follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things you will like. Let's go inside the Biafra life.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Yeah. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. It's the land of my birth.
Wanna go. Plenty things I see make me wanna go. No matter what the people say, no matter what they do. Biafra is my land full of good people. No matter what they do to bring us back. Forward ever, backward never. Let me hear you say freedom. Brother, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. My sister, let me hear you say no freedom. Oh, yeah.
See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, see, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See, I'm the daughter of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. They are planning for our downfall, but the Most High is on our side. Gone are the days of misery. Truly, right now we are seeing victory. Hey, all I see is freedom. No matter what I do, we are gonna be free. Hey, I'm proud to be a Biafran, baby. I'm not ashamed to be a Biafran, baby. See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. From Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.